welcome to Wolverine Field in Riverton. As we're getting ready to broadcast, I'm Cody Beers, and I'm joined by Jason Peterson. And hey, welcome to Radio Land, Jason.
Thank you.
Put that mic right up to your face there. Try to get the opening. You can zoom in here a little bit if you want, right to where they're doing the flip.
Alrighty.
Tonight from Riverton, it's Powell coming in, a team that finished third overall last year in Class 3A, and they will be taking on the Riverton Wolverines. Wolverines sporting some new uniforms tonight, the black unis and red numbers outlined in white, and we'll see how we can see those in the future. But tonight it's the Powell Panthers and the Riverton Wolverines here on 93.9. So as we get our ads loaded here, we've got about 13 minutes to go before we start things up here on the Wind River Radio Network. And Jason, this Powell Panthers team, pretty good ball club. They like to play physical. They come in, they challenge you, and tell us a little bit about yourself. I mean, you're a Riverton High School graduate, right?
Yes, I am.
Tell us about what you do and what you like about sports.
Well, I'm a Riverton native. I actually graduated here in 2001. I've actually been a big football and basketball fan. I watched them in high school, and then when I graduated, I actually traveled with Riverton and for the basketball team and the football team, traveled home and away, and I've just enjoyed sports ever since. And half of everybody knows I work at the Rocky Mountain Car Wash here in Riverton, and just love doing what I'm doing.
All right, Jason. Well, tonight the Riverton High School Wolverines, we missed the flip, and so this is a dress rehearsal tonight for us, and we're having a good time. And
we are.
And so your job in the future will be figuring out who won that flip. But,
okay.
And you can zoom back out if you want, unless you want to stay in on the officials. We're loading some ads and getting ready for our broadcast. The Riverton Wolverines will open the season with a new quarterback. Junior Nathan Hutchison, a 6 foot, 180-pound quarterback. Are we playing ads right now?
When it comes to protecting what matters most, it makes sense to choose an insurance agent who lives in Fremont County. Your local Allstate agent, Bill Brown, knows the ins and outs of both owning and protecting your home. Call Bill today for a free quote at 856-6573.
Bailey's Enterprises is a proud sponsor of Riverton Wolverines football. For over 50 years, Bailey's has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service and to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey, go Wolverines.
Brown Sugar Coffee Roastery is proud to sponsor youth sports for the best in fresh roasted coffee, breakfast, lunch, and dinner on the weekends. You'll enjoy the best locally sourced food at Brown Sugar Coffee, 203 Main Street in Riverton.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander
When it comes to protecting what matters most, it makes sense to choose an insurance agent who lives in Fremont County. Your local Allstate agent, Bill Brown, knows the ins and outs of both owning and protecting your home. Call Bill today for a free quote at 856-6573.
Bailey's Enterprises is a proud sponsor of Riverton Wolverines football. For over 50 years, Bailey's has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service and to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey, go Wolverines.
All right, welcome back to Wolverine Field. Cody Beers and Jason Peterson here. And Jason, well, welcome to opening night as we, if you can move that just a little bit up so you can, the other way. There we go, now down. Just a little bit more, about right there. Yeah, that's where we'll get it. All right, the Riverton Wolverines and Powell Panthers tonight here on 93.9. And appreciate Kirk back in the studio. Appreciate Westy Wirtz helping us get things on the air and get the ads loaded. And it's opening night for us too, and it's kind of a dress rehearsal night. But the Powell Panthers, Jason, they come in here and they're taking things seriously. They want to beat Riverton, and they want to make a statement to the rest of Class 3A.
They do, Cody. They really do.
This Powell Panthers team, well, they're one of the best in the state, and they made it into the second round of the playoffs last year. It's a team that comes out this year under Coach Chase Kistler, who's confident that his team can again be a contender. They don't take things at just competing. They want to go into postseason play. They want to take care of business early in the season. And then they want to be there at the end going for a state championship.
Yes, sir, they do.
This Panthers team coming off a 2020 season when they went 7-3 on the year. They went 2 rounds deep in the Class 3A state playoffs. They beat Lander in the quarterfinals, and then they fell to Cody in the semifinals. Quarterback-wise, you're going to see Jet Schwann. He's a sophomore, and you're going to be senior Sam Whitlock. The competition's open, so you could see Schwann, you could see Whitlock playing all kinds of positions. When Schwann plays quarterback, Whitlock is going to play H-back, receiver, or somewhere else. Powell returns 2 senior running backs in Torrin Graham and Reed Smith. They combined for 8 touchdowns and more than 700 yards on the ground a year ago. And then they've got some really good offensive linemen. They've got returning All-State Lane Schremek. They've got another kid called Sheldon Shootman, and then Carson Lamb, who their coach calls a trio of all-state type linemen. Zach Ratliff is the Powell's leading receiver from 2020. He had 6 catches for 107 yards. They're going to come out, and they're going to try to pound it right at Riverton all night long. They're doing offensive starters tonight, so we'll do those for the Riverton High School Wolverines. At wide receiver, a 5'8", 150-pound sophomore, Ty Sheets. At wide receiver, a 6 foot, 150-pound junior, Cade Gabrielson. At quarterback tonight, a 6 foot, 180-pound junior, Nathan Hutchison. At wide receiver, a 5'8", 145-pound junior, Dominic Payne. He'll start actually at running back tonight for the Wolverines. A 6'3", 190-pound senior, Tanner Johnson. Chris Topalm, a 6'1", 235-pound offensive lineman. At offensive lineman, right beside him, a 6'1", 205-pound junior, Braden Vincent. A 6 foot, 175-pound junior, Jackson Hill. A 5'9", 190-pound junior, Parker DeVries. And a 5'10", 240-pound sophomore, Xavier Garcia. And the big man at wide receiver tonight, a 6'6", 180-pound senior. He starts both ways for this team, Lucas Engel. And as the coaches told me this week, Jason, they'll about 11 deep. Riverton, it feels pretty confident on their team. So they're hoping to develop some depth as this season goes along.
Yeah, both of these teams are pretty good, Cody, and I think both of them are going to play their hearts out trying to get that first W.
Yeah, it's a big night for high school football. It's 0 week, but we're here, we're having fun, and you know we're gonna make some mistakes tonight as we move along. But enjoy the product that's produced here. You get a chance to see the video live feed on WYO Today at Facebook and online at YouTube under WYO Today. And we appreciate everyone tuning in, and we appreciate all the sponsors of WYO Today Media sporting events this year. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union, Bailey Enterprises, Community Health Centers, Central Wyoming College, Edward Jones, John Shade in Lander, Fremont County Prevention, Gales Carpet One, High Plains Power, Lander Medical Clinic, Mama's Kitchen over in Lander, Maven Outdoors, the Papa Murphys, they do the player of the game in Riverton, Sutherland's does Total Sports Package, Teton Therapy, Wind River Family and Community Health, Buckle Up for Life Wyoming, and Wyoming 4x4. So here's Powell as they will kick it off to start things off. Let's move that up just a bit and try to get this, there we go. Just get both sidelines. Cody Beers, Jason Peterson. We're getting ready for the opener as Jet Schwan will line up to kick it off for the Powell Panthers. They're out in their road white uniforms, orange uniforms, and black helmets. So here we go from Wolverine Field on a Friday night in August. It's beautiful weather, a bit hazy, but overall you can see blue sky. Right?
Yes, you can.
That's
a nice
awesome.
night tonight.
Great night from Wolverine Field in Riverton. And now we're just waiting for the officials to say they're ready to go. This is the Riverton group of officials getting ready. Is not sure exactly what's going on. I guess we are about ready as they try to get all the headsets working here on opening night. And here's Schwan. He'll kick it off. And he'll kick it deep into the end zone. It's going to go deep and off the hands of Dominic Payne. It'll be Wolverine football, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. So if you'll move it to the right a little bit, you'll want to see the 20. There you go. All right, so Riverton going to come to the line. Nathan Hutchison, the Riverton quarterback. And we'll go over starters here as Dominic Payne lines up behind Hutch. And the first offensive play of the 2021 season. Nathan, he'll roll to the right. He's looking for a receiver. He'll put it away and take off running and gain about 3 yards on the play. So gain of 3 for Nathan on first down. It'll be second. Actually, they'll only give him 2 on the play. So Hutchison with 2-yard gain on first down. 11:53 to go in this first quarter. And we're just underway from Wolverine Field. Hutchison up under center. And we've got 3 receivers in the set. They'll send Tanner Johnson out. He'll catch it and be tackled out of bounds at the 35-yard line. That'll be a 13-yard pass reception. So first down for Riverton. And Hutch, Tanner Johnson with that first reception. So first down for Riverton at their own 35. There's 3 receivers in the set. And Hutch now goes to the right side. He'll come back left. And that's one thing this junior can do. He'll run around in the motion and he'll complete it. And it's going to be to Dominic Payne. He'll be brought down right at the 50. That'll be a gain of 15 yards on the play as Nathan Hutchison scrambles around and finds Dominic Payne for the catch. So first down for Riverton on a 15-yard gain. Hutch back under center. First and 10, Riverton at the 50. He'll fade to pass. Good protection. And he'll throw deep, wide open over on the right side. And pulling it in is number 2, Ty Sheets, with his first catch of the season. It'll go 19 yards to Ty Sheets on the play. So Hutchison here 3 for 3 on the opening drive for 47 yards. And Ty Sheets with his first varsity catch, a 19-yarder.
That was a nice wide open play, Cody.
And you know, that offensive line is clearing, giving Hutchison plenty of protection.
Yeah.
And now Nate being chased. He'll duck away, and then he'll throw it right to the Powell defender, Carson Lamb, and he's off to the races. We'll see if Lamb can go all the way. He'll get knocked down at the 7-yard line. It'll be an interception on the play as Carson Lamb was in the right spot, and he'll run right at about a 52-yard return on that.
That was about 56.
All right, 56-yard return on the interception. So big play there for Powell as they got a bit of a rush on Hutchison, and he tried to throw it away. And Carson Lamb with the interception at the 10:42 mark. Schwann will come out, and we'll get a Riverton. Chris Topalm will get the penalty on the play. And it'll be a 5-yard penalty on Riverton. So half the distance to the goal. First down at the 4 as Schwann now comes out. I formation, Sam Whitlock at fullback, and Reed will run inside. It'll be a 3-yard touchdown for the Powell Panthers. Reed Smith on that touchdown. So Smith will score that at the 10:39 mark of the first quarter off that interception by Carson Lamb. He would rumble for 56 yards, and 2 plays later, the touchdown is good, and that'll be a kick up and good by Powell kicker Hawkins, I believe. Zach Ratcliffe, the kick. So Reed with the 2-yard run, and Ratcliffe's PAT at the 10:39 mark of the first quarter, and Powell with the 7-0 lead off the Hutchison interception. So if you want to zoom back out to the whole field again. Nathan Hutchison 3 for 4 for 47 yards, but he had that interception, and quickly it's 7-0 here on 93.9 Wild Today Media. So Riverton will get another chance at the football. It'll be Dominic Payne back deep, along with Ty Sheets for Riverton. And Schwann lines it up, so a minute and 21 seconds into this game, and it's a 7-0 lead for the Powell Panthers. Schwann Gets ready to kick it off, and he'll kick it deep down the middle and out of the end zone, as Payne will let it go out of the end zone. So Jason, that was a quick score for Powell off that interception.
It was.
And a 7-0 lead for Powell.
Riverton started off strong, and then he just got pressured, and he had to let it go.
Want to say congratulations to the Riverton High School boys golf team. They won the 11-team Rock Springs Invitational today, and Parker Paxton with his second win in 3 weeks. This one a 13-stroke win for the sophomore. So Hutchison back out. Riverton under center. 3 receivers in the set, and we'll get a handoff to Payne, but we'll get a penalty, I believe, on Riverton as somebody jumped the gun, I believe, for the Wolverines. It'll be dead ball and false start. So second penalty on Riverton, and now they've got 2 penalties for 10 yards. So first and 15 at the 15 for the Wolverines. 3 receivers in the set, 2 near side, 1 far side. Hutchison looking at his wristband and now pointing at the fullback. Hutch will hand it straight up the middle, and making his way for about a yard is Payne. So 2-yard gain for Dominic Payne on first and 15. It'll be second and 13 at the 17. Hutchison calls the play off of his armband. And I believe now out in the set behind him is Kai Gergen, the 5'7", 160-pound running back. Hutchison will roll right and will get Hutch. He'll throw back across the middle, and he tried to find Cade Gabrielson in the set, but Hutch was on the run and really couldn't get too much muscle behind that throw. So it'll go 3rd and 13 now at the 17-yard line. 7-0 ball game. Wolverines moved the ball quickly to start this game. Completed 3 straight passes and then an interception, returned 56 yards. A play later, Reed jumps across from 2 yards, and it's a 7-0 ball game. There's Hutchison under center. Gergen behind him, and Powell with the big run, and then Hutchison throws it to the offensive lineman. It's going to be a penalty on Riverton, as catching that ball was Xavier Garcia, the sophomore, and it's going to be an illegal receiver on the play. So that'll be a penalty on Riverton. I'm not sure where that will go, but we'll get legal receiver downfield, and the ball will go all the way back to the 2. So it was at the 17, so that's a 15-yard loss on the penalty. 4th down. Tanner Johnson going to go deep in his end zone with 9:47 to go here in the first, and he'll have to get it off quickly. Back deep, about the 48-yard line is the Powell receiver. Ball goes off the side of Johnson's hand. It's going to be blocked, at least partially blocked, and it will come dead at the 13-yard line. So the Panthers, again, will have great field position. 1st and 10 at the Riverton 13 after the partially blocked punt by Johnson. Not exactly the start you want in week 1, Jason.
No. Defense really has to step up. And
so Schwann comes out, and then Riverton quickly across the line. That's Ryan Watson, the sophomore. And we'll see, they're going to say offsides on Riverton. So that'll move Riverton back another 5 yards. 4 penalties for 30 yards on the Wolverines here in the first quarter. 7-0 ball game, just underway. 9:43 to go, first quarter. Schwann will hand it off to Watson, and he'll actually to Smith, Reed Smith, going to run forward with the ball. So 4-yard gain for Reed Smith on that play. Second down and 1. That ends up as a 9-yard gain. Actually, it wasn't. It was a penalty for 5. Here's Smith. He'll get the ball. And a nice, almost near tackle on the play, but scampering in from 4 yards on the play is Reed Smith. Touchdown, Powell.
I thought he almost had him, Cody.
Well, he wrapped up,
He did.
and wrapping up on
He did.
that play was Braden Vincent. He just couldn't hold on. And now Schwann on for the PAT. So at the 8:57 mark, Schwann's kick is good. So Schwann, 14-0 Powell. We're going to take a break. This is Wolverine football on KTAK.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, it makes sense to choose an insurance agent who lives in Fremont County. Your local Allstate agent, Bill Brown, knows the ins and outs of both owning and protecting your home. Call Bill today for a free quote at 856-6573.
Bailey's Enterprises is a proud sponsor of Riverton Wolverines football. For over 50 years, Bailey's has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service and to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey, go Wolverines.
Brown sugar coffee.
Welcome back as we, you'll want to zoom out, Jason. Maybe a little bit more. All right, Cody Beers, Jason Peterson here at Wolverine Field, and it's their week, and Riverton Wolverines a little shell-shocked. 4:03 into this game. It's a 14-0 ball game. Powell Panthers, well, they've had great field position. Once at the 3-yard line and then once at the 13-yard line. 3 running plays, 2 touchdowns. Jet Schwann, 2 extra points. There's Schwann with the kickoff. And Dominic Payne's going to come up on the run. He'll field it at the 12, across the 20, now out to the 30 and 35-yard line. Nice run back for Dominic Payne, who caught that ball on the 5, takes it out 30 yards on the return. Sam Whitlock of Powell with the tackle on the play as we're back, and Riverton right back out in the set. Nathan Hutchison under center. Kai Gergen in the backfield now for the Wolverines. 3 receivers in the set, and the big man behind Hutchison. Gergen will make it to the 35-yard line. He'll push his way out, no gain.
Good kickoff. Field position.
Yeah, good return there by Dominic Payne. Hutchison will line up in the shotgun. Gergen behind him. It's actually the pistol. And now Hutchison will step under center. He'll fade, look for the receiver. It'll go high over the middle, intended on the play for Ty Sheets. So the Powell Panthers getting a little bit of a pass rush on Hutchison, and last 2 passes, well, you can see that Hutch is hurrying things a little bit. He's 3 for 5 so far in this first quarter for 47 yards and that interception. So 3rd and 10, 8:14 to play, first quarter. 3 receivers in the set, 2 far side, 1 near side. Hutch will roll to the right, and he'll pass it across the middle. He'll find the big man, and he'll dive toward a first down is going to be on the play. Lucas Engel. 10-yard pass to Lucas Engel. Got to get the ball in Lucas Engel's hands. And I believe they will give Riverton a first down on the play. So Engel, one catch for 10 yards. This Riverton team, they're going to pass the ball. They've got receivers to do it. And now Riverton, they wear armbands on their arms. They call out the signals.
They're moving the ball pretty good this time.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Hutchison under center. Engel right side off him. Hand off to Gergen. He'll move left side, gain 1 yard on the play, and then he'll be pushed back. I believe there was a late call, but Gergen would lose the ball, but they're going to say he gained a yard on the play. Kai Gergen, senior. Talked to him yesterday out here, Jason, on the field. He's pretty excited for the start of the season.
Yeah.
As we are.
I know I am, Cody.
Well, welcome aboard. We're glad to have you here.
Thank you.
On Wild Today Media. We're going to have a fun season.
I think so.
So Hutchison talking things over with Gergen. 2nd and 9 at the 46. In motion is Cade Gabrielson. Going out left is Hutch. And we're going to get pass interference on the play as Tanner Johnson got behind the receiver and forced to face guard on the play was the Powell receiver, Simon Schutman, the junior, and it's going to be a first down off the penalty on Riverton as Schutman just forced to face guard the big Johnson. So pass interference on Powell, and it'll be a first down as that ball will go from the 46 to the 39. It'll be a 15-yard penalty on Powell. First down, Wolverines. They're into Powell territory for the first time in this game.
They are.
Hutch will step up under center. Gergen behind him. And Engel. There's a beautiful pass downfield. Johnson, he'll go up. Double coverage and just underthrown as Johnson nearly pulled it out of the air. Five for 7 passing in this game for, actually 5 for 8 passing for Hutchison, 15 yards as he steps back under center. 3 receivers in the set. Handoff right side Gergen. He'll create a little hole off that right side, and he'll gain 6 yards on the play. So 6-yard run for Kai Gergen. His best run. Now 3 carries for 11 yards for the senior.
Riverton's moving the ball pretty good this round, Cody.
3rd down, 4 for the Wolverines. Riverton, new offense, new quarterback, new faces out there, new offensive line. Here's a pass outside off the hands of Cade Gabrielson, just not able to pull it in. It was slightly tipped on the play, and I believe that tip will be attributed to Torrin Graham. So 4th and 4, and I would assume that the Wolverines in 0 week would go for it on 4th down. 5:54 to play in this first quarter. This Wild Today broadcast brought to you by a bunch of sponsors as Hutchison comes to the line. Gabrielson in motion. Hutch will roll out. He'll hit Gabrielson in the hand and just off his fingers. He was open. And Riverton will turn it over to Powell on downs as the Panthers defense holds. So now Now 4 of 9 passing for Hutchison. It'll be Powell football with 5:50 to go in this first quarter. 1st and 10 at their own 33. So decent little drive for Riverton, but unable to get anything. And now we'll get a chance to see this Wolverine defense. Pistol formation, Jet Schwann in the motion, and Riverton's going to jump off sides again. They got to look at the football, and that'll be another penalty on the Wolverines. That'll be the 5th penalty of this first quarter on the Wolverines for 35 yards. With Schwann right back out there, they'll call the same play, and now in motion, and a hand up the middle, the big man, and nice tackle on the play by Riverton, and that'll be Chris Topalm in on that tackle. Also Lucas Engel on that tackle for the Wolverines.
You know, I think Cody Powell's going to be a good team to compete with this year.
Yeah, they're solid. We really haven't seen much of their offense yet, but it's a big offensive line. They've got an all-state lineman at right tackle.
It is.
He's about 6', 240. Schwann in the pistol. And in motion, they'll hand to the motion man. He'll go around the left side and be knocked off his feet as he gets to the 50. And that tackle gonna go to Donald Grosh. And we're gonna get holding on Powell, so that will take that nice runaway, and that'll be the 2nd penalty on the Powell Panthers for 25 yards. Chase Chrysler out there talking to Jet Schwann, and that'll be 2nd and 3 now at the 39-yard line. That run on that play by Sam Whitlock. Here's Schwann back to pass. He'll complete the pass. Kay Gabrielson with the tackle, but they'll complete it to Reed Smith. And that'll be a gain of 2 yards on the play. First completed pass.
You know, Cody, and I think Riverton's going to be a good competitive team too. A lot of new faces, new bodies. I think they're gonna bring their A game this year.
Oh, I think so. Jason, Schwann out now. 3rd and 2 with 4:10 and the clock running here in the first quarter. Schwann trying to get Riverton to jump. We'll get a big run off the right side, the big fullback, and then we're going to get another penalty on Powell, but a big physical run by Torrin Graham. And we're going to get holding on Powell. Powell with that Torrin Graham. He's going to be tough to bring down all year. And another big break for Riverton as we get holding on the right side of the line. So now 3 penalties for 35 yards on the Powell team. So that'll back them up another 10. And now it's going to be 3rd and 12 for the Powell Panthers. 3:59 to play in this first quarter. 14-0 lead for the Powell Panthers, and both these teams showing first game-itis. A lot of penalties in this first quarter. 3 penalties for 35 yards for Powell. 5 penalties for 35 yards on Riverton. Schwann, he's back in the gun. And he'll belt out signals. 4 receivers in the pattern. And we're going to get, a near sack. And then Schwann is going to be wrestled down at about the 29-yard line after Riverton gave chase. And finishing up that play is going to be Parker DeVries, the 5'9", 190-pound junior for the Riverton Wolverines. So that'll be a loss of 2 yards. And we're going to get Powell out in the punt formation. So a good stop for the Wolverines. And Torrin Graham going to line up deep and punt the ball for the Powell Panthers. So the Wolverines get some help on penalties. Graham will get the punt off. It's going to go out of bounds at about midfield. They're going to say the 47-yard line. It's going to be a 23-yard punt on the play. So Graham with the 23-yard punt. And it's 14-0 as it'll be Riverton ball. So Jason, good stop for Riverton's defense. And now they got good field position on the 47-yard line.
It was. They come out and they put a stop, and now let's see what they can do. And
here's Nathan Hutchison. He'll hand off to Gergen, and Gergen will make his way forward for about a 2-yard gain.
Gergen up the middle for a gain of 2.
Tackle on that play by Shootman. Riverton getting the signal from Riverton coach Troy Anderson. And now out under center is Nathan Hutchison. 2:16 in running here, 14-0 Powell lead. Hutch will hand off again to Gergen, and he'll make his way for a gain of 1 to the 49. So third down, 8 yards to go. Nothing really there against this big defensive line. 4 receivers in the set. Gergen behind Hutchison. 3rd and 7. Hutch, he'll fade to pass. We get a near hold as Hutchison now making hand signals, and then he'll throw it out of bounds. And just nowhere to go as Nathan Hutchison under duress. And given chase that time was Landon Brazelton, a junior linebacker for the Powell Panthers. So 4th and 7. And we'll get Tanner Johnson out to punt it away for the Wolverines. Appreciate you being here tonight on the Wind River Radio Network. We're WYO Today Media. We're broadcasting here. We're broadcasting over in Lander as Ernie Over brings you the call from Lander. The Lander Tigers in a controlled scrimmage tonight against Pinedale. Here's a more of a Tanner Johnson-like punt. It'll be fielded on the 16, and running into the pack and getting tackled is Zach Ratcliffe. And he'll be tackled at about the 29-yard line. So 13-yard return on that. And it's going to be a 34-yard punt for Riverton on the play. So Powell up 14-0. 1:19 to play in this first quarter. And Schwann now out with the I formation behind him. Graham at fullback and Reed Smith at the tailback. Schwann will fade left. He'll throw it out, and it's going to go short on the play. And attempted receiver on that play, Nathan Feller of Powell. 2nd down and 10 now for Jet Schwann. His second pass attempt to this first quarter, and you're not going to see too many more than that for Jet Schwann. They like to run the ball, Jason.
They do.
This Powell team, very hefty running the football all year long. So 1:14 on the clock after that incomplete pass. Schwann under center. Behind him is Whitlock and Smith. Only one wide receiver, 2 tight end set. They pitch right side to Smith. Well blocked, and he'll run out of bounds after a first down gain, an 11-yard gain for Reed Smith.
Reed Smith for the 42, gain of 12.
Gain, they're going to say 12 yards on the run, so we'll give him 12. 4 carries now for 29 yards. Actually, 4 carries for 23 yards for Smith. 109, first down Powell. Didn't start the clock after they moved the chains. I think they're supposed to do that.
I think they are.
Schwann under center. He'll hand left side to Smith. Smith following the big offensive lineman, and he'll get tackled downfield by Dominic Payne after a gain of 8 yards. So Smith now 5 carries, 31 yards here in the first quarter. 43 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. Schwann under center, a few inches short of the 50-yard line. I formation for Powell, nothing fancy. Riverton in the 4 down lineman set. Smith up the middle. He'll rumble and stumble his way for a gain of about 7 yards and another Powell first down. 20 seconds, that tackle by Lucas Engel of Riverton. Right now, Powell just lining it up, running straight at Riverton. And that's going to end the first quarter as Powell's going to run out the clock. 14-0 Powell after a quarter. We'll take a break. This is Riverton Wolverine football, Week 0 action on Wow Today Media.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, it makes sense to choose an insurance agent who lives in Fremont County. Your local Allstate agent, Bill Brown, knows the ins and outs of both owning and protecting your home. Call Bill today for a free quote at 856-6573.
Bailey's Enterprises is a proud sponsor of Riverton Wolverines football. For over 50 years, Bailey's has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service and to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey, go Wolverines.
Brown Sugar Coffee Roastery is proud to sponsor youth sports for the best in fresh roasted coffee, breakfast, lunch, and dinner on the weekends. You'll enjoy the best locally sourced food at Brown Sugar Coffee, 203 Main Street in Riverton.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics.
All right, welcome back. Jason Peterson, Cody Beers here at Wolverine Field. 1 quarter in the books. Powell took advantage of Riverton mistakes, including a big interception return by Carson Land, 56 yards. It's 14-0. Here's Schwann in the eye. He'll hand off to Sam Whitlock, and Whitlock will weave his way for an 8-yard gain. First carry for Whitlock. He actually carried one a while ago, Jason, but it was a penalty on Powell.
Yeah.
So Powell going right back to its smash mouth game. It runs clock and it wears out defenses. Wolverines already hands on their hips down there. Schwann under center. I formation, double tight end set, and 1 right receiver on the far side.
Yeah, he's down on the field.
Schwann will fade to pass. He'll throw incomplete as good coverage by Tanner Johnson on the right side. That pass intended for Zach Ratcliffe. So 3rd and 2 for the Powell Panthers at Riverton's 35-yard line. 14-0 ball game here at Wolverine Field. Beautiful night. We're actually seeing blue sky above us, Jason.
Blue sky, beautiful night for football.
Something we haven't seen in a while is blue sky. We've been seeing a lot of smoke.
Haze and smoke, yes, sir.
11:13 to go, first half. Schwann, Riverton with those 4 down linemen, and a handoff in the middle. Good trip up play by the Wolverines, and I believe on that tackle, It's going to be Braden Vincent, the 6'1", 205-pound linebacker. But a first down carry of 3 yards for Reed Smith. 41 yards now on 7 carries for Reed Smith. 10:57 and counting in this first half. Wolverines, well, they're not very deep. And they're going to learn a lot about each other the first 2 weeks as they take on the best of the Big Horn Basin and the Powell Panthers and Cody Bronx. Here's Schwann under center. Schwann will fade to pass. Riverton getting their hands on Schwann, and he'll have to throw it away. And good defensive pressure that time by Jackson Hill, 6 foot, 175-pound junior for the Wolverines.
Yeah, Riverton really put the pressure on that play, Cody.
Also in on the pressure was junior defensive back Nathan Hutchison. He had good coverage on the play. 2nd and 10 for Powell at the 32-yard line of Riverton. 14-0 ball game. Now deep in the eye is the big man for this Powell team, Graham. He'll get the pitch, and he'll make it around the corner. He's going to grumble and stumble his way through the defense all the way for a touchdown. It'll go as a 32-yard touchdown run for Graham. Torrin Graham, the senior. And, man, when he gets ahead of steam, watch out on the play. It's a 32-yard touchdown run for Torrin Graham. So at the 10:21 mark of the second quarter, 32-yard run for Torrin Graham. And it's 20-0. Kick by Schwann is good. We'll take a break. This is Wolverine football on Wow Today Media.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, it makes sense to choose an insurance agent who lives in Fremont County. Your local Allstate agent, Bill Brown, knows the ins and outs of both owning and protecting your home. Call Bill today for a free quote at 856-6573.
Bailey's Enterprises is a proud sponsor of Riverton Wolverines football. For over 50 years, Bailey's has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service and to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey, go Wolverines.
Brown Sugar Coffee Roastery is proud to sponsor youth sports for the best in fresh roasted coffee, breakfast, lunch, and dinner on the weekends. You'll enjoy the best locally sourced food at Brown Sugar Coffee, 203 Main Street in Riverton.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Welcome back. A short return for Dominic Payne. It'll be Riverton football, 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line. 10:15 to play, first half. Jason Peterson, Cody Beers, and this Powell team, well, they're as good as advertised. They're Rock'em Sock'em Smash Mouth football team.
They are. They're a pretty good team.
And they don't beat themselves much. There's the handoff up the middle. Kai Gergen will get a nice run on the play. He'll go from the 18 to the 33. It'll be a 15-yard run for Kai Gergen. So first down for Riverton. That's now for Kai Gergen. 6 carries and 24 yards. Hutchison up under center. He'll find Gergen again. Riverton nothing fancy, and Gergen will gain 3 yards on the play. So 2nd and 7, 9:47 to play in this first half. 21-0 ball game. Powell Panthers coming out here and taking care of business on a Friday night. Hutchison under center, 4 receivers in the set. He'll venture to the right, then come across the middle. Nice pass, complete to Lucas Engel. And that'll be a gain of 3 yards on the play. They'll give him 4 yards on the catch. So Engel now 2 catches for 14 yards. Third down, 3 yards to go for Riverton on their own 38. Hutchison to the line, 3 receivers set for the Wolverines. Ty Gergen deep, he'll get the handoff, and he's going to power forward to the 45 for the first down. Gain of 6 and another first down for the Wolverines. Of course, start of the football season, start of Riverton junior football season, Jason brings to mind Brett Watson and the hashtag Watson Strong, and it was a tough summer for Riverton. We lost really a pillar of Riverton football in Brett Watson.
We did.
We got a timeout for the Powell Panthers. We'll go with it on WYO Today Media.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, it makes sense to choose an insurance agent who lives in Fremont County. Your local Allstate agent, Bill Brown, knows the ins and outs of both owning and protecting your home. Call Bill today for a free quote at 856-6573.
Bailey's Enterprises is a proud...
Welcome back to Wolverine Field. Cody Beers, Jason Peterson, and Jason, what do you think so far? Is it kind of fun being up here?
It is. A different view. You get a different view from up here in the press box. And
especially when you're working, right?
yeah, exactly.
Well, we're about a week out from Wyoming Cowboy football. They'll open up their season Saturday, September 4th. And that's a 0-week game, but Powell playing it as a real game. And so Wyoming-football.com, one of the best websites around for Wyoming football news, and Patrick Schmidt, he gave criteria for what he's going to use as a real game, and you got real referees, you're playing your starters more than a half. We'll see how far that goes, but right now, so far it's been a real game here, Riverton and the Powell Panthers.
It's been a really good game so far.
4 receivers in the set. Hutchison will fade to pass. He'll throw it deep and open. He had Tanner Johnson, and he kind of stopped on the play, and the ball drifted over Johnson's head and out of bounds. So it'll be an incomplete pass. He had a step on the Powell defender, Simon Shootman. So the Wolverines right back out there. Hutchison now 5 of 12 through the air for 61 yards. He'll be under center. 2 receivers far side, 1 receiver back. Hand off to Kai Gergen. He'll gain 2 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 8. So Gergen now 9 carries, 35 yards. 8-11 in counting, first half. 21-0 lead for the Powell Panthers. Powell Panthers, they've got the beef, along with their all-state senior defensive offensive lineman, Lane Schremek. Hutchison under center, 4 receivers in the set. He'll drop back left, come out right, get away from the pressure, and then Hutchison fires downfield, and unable to come back on the play was Ty Sheets. Incomplete. So Riverton at 4th and 8. They're going to punt the ball. Hutchison will come out, and following him toward the sidelines is Troy Anderson. Anderson's talking to coaches, though. I thought he was talking to Hutch, but he just kept right on moving and walking there. Tanner Johnson deep to punt the ball. And back for Powell is Zach Ratcliffe. Johnson had more of a Johnson punt the last time. Now he'll turn it over, and it's going to go over Ratcliffe's hands and through the end zone. That'll end up as a 58-yard punt, well, 52-yard punt on the play. So that was more of a Tanner Johnson type punt, and it'll go out of the end zone. So Johnson with 3 punts in this game, 1 partially blocked. It ended up going 13 yards, and the other 2, 34 and 52 yards. So it'll be Powell first and 10 at their own 20. 7:34 to go in the first half. Schwann under center, and in the I formation, Reed Smith will dot the I. He'll get the handoff. It'll be a decent hole, and Smith will move out, gain of 1 on the play. So the Wolverine defense closes things up pretty well. They'll give him a gain of 2 on the play. Reed Smith now 8 carries, 43 yards in this first half. Second and 8 at the 22, 7:07 to play, 21-0 game, and the lead for the Powell Panthers. Schwann to the line, double tight end set, 1 receiver right, I formation behind Schwann. He'll hand off to the fullback, and he's a load. He just scored a 32-yard touchdown, and he'll pack Riverton defenders all the way to the 33-yard line. That'll be a gain of 11 on the play for the big man, Torn Graham. It took numerous Riverton tacklers to bring down Torn Graham on that play after a gain of 12 yards.
He's going to be a tank for Powell this year, Cody.
Boy, that's no kidding. 3 carries for 50 yards for Torn Graham. Schwann, I formation, 1 receiver left. He'll hand it to Reed Smith. Smith goes around that left side. He'll be wrapped up by Braden Vincent on the play. And that'll be a gain of 4 yards for Reed Smith. $47 yards rushing for Reed Smith, 50 yards rushing for Torn Graham in this first half, and 105 yards total. 107 yards total offense for this Powell Panthers team. 5:50 and counting in the second quarter. 21-0 ball game. Panthers with the lead. Schwann under center, and he'll drop to pass. He'll throw it over the middle, open on the play, but a nice defensive play, and the breakup that time by Tanner Johnson.
Well played defensive play.
Tanner, good athlete, maybe one of the best athletes in the state. And it'll be 3rd and 6 for Powell. And he was open, but Johnson closed that distance in a hurry.
Yes.
3rd and 6 at the 37 for Powell. Schwann under center. I formation, 1 receiver, 2 tight end set. There's a pitch to Smith. He'll go around the right end. We're going to get a holding call behind the play as Smith runs for about 7 yards. A pair of flags come down on the play. We'll see what this is. I believe it was holding on the backside. And the referee, surrounded by striped shirts, will get the call. We're going to get a face mask, 5-yard face mask, and a hold both on Powell. And so I'm guessing, see it how this goes. If they just take, see the face mask will be declined, and the holding occurred at the 39-yard or the 41-yard line, and they'll go with that penalty. that'll back him up 10 yards. And another big penalty, which helps the Riverton defense. So now 3rd and 12 for the Powell Panthers.
Riverton's playing strong this first half.
4 penalties on Powell for 45 yards. 5:27 to play first half. 21-0 ball game. And Schwann under center. Double tight end set. Receiver on the far side. I formation. And Schwann will fade to the left. He'll hit Graham on the run. And he'll rumble his way to a first down and to near midfield. And he'll make it. That's a 17-yard completion to Graham. Lucas Engel on the tackle for Riverton. Whitlock with his first catch. And it's a first down. So Jet Schwann in this game, 2 for 6 for 19 yards. But that was a big one there, a first down for Powell. 5 minutes to play in this first half. Schwann in the pistol. And he'll fade to pass. 3 receivers in the set. Schwann will throw it up, and it'll be caught at the 33-yard line. Coverage that time by Nathan Hutchison. It'll be another 17-yard gain for the Powell Panthers. Catch that time goes to Sam Whitlock. Whitlock's second catch. He's now got 2 catches for 24 yards. Schwann in the gun. And he'll hand up the middle and rumbling, and then a big fumble, and he kicks the ball. And Powell's going to recover the ball on the about the 4-yard line, it looks like, as the ball got kicked out. As breaking free on that play was Lannon Brazelton.
Brazelton with the carry.
And it'll be a first down for Powell. Ball's going to be recovered on the 5-yard line after Brazelton ran for about 10 yards.
First down from the 5-yard line.
Get a timeout for Powell on the play, as it'll be 1st and 5 at the 5 with now the clock's running after a timeout called.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, it makes sense to choose an insurance agent who lives in Fremont County. Your local Allstate agent, Bill Brown, knows the ins and outs of both owning and protecting your home. Call Bill today for a free quote at 856-6573.
Bailey's Enterprises is a proud sponsor of Riverton Wolverines football. For over 50 years, Bailey's has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service and to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey, go Wolverines.
Brown Sugar Coffee Roastery is proud to sponsor youth sports for the best.
Welcome back. If you can move your camera up, Jason, there you go. Powell's going to come to the line. 1st and 5 at the 5. 4:24 to play in this one. Schwann in the gun. Band playing. They should have shut it down. There's Reed Smith. He'll rumble in from 5 yards. Touchdown at the 4:20 mark. So 4:20, and Smith now with his second touchdown of the game. 5-yard score for Reed Smith, as coming out to kick the extra point is Jet Schwan. Schwan's kick is good. So zoom out. Okay, we'll go to a break here.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, it makes sense to choose an insurance agent who lives in Fremont County. Your local Allstate agent, Bill Brown, knows the ins and outs of both owning and protecting your home. Call Bill today for a free quote at 856-6573.
Bailey's Enterprises is a proud sponsor of Riverton Wolverines football. For over 50 years, Bailey's has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service and to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey, go Wolverines.
28-0 ball game. Cody Beers, Jason Peterson here at Wolverine Field. And everything going Powell's way in this one. Reed Smith now with 2 touchdowns, 10 carries for 52 yards. His big fullback teammate, Torrin Graham, 3 carries for 50 yards in this one. So a lot of things happening for Powell in this game. Here's Schwan with the kickoff. Dominic Payne back deep. He'll receive it on the 2-yard line and come out running. And he'll be tackled at about the 15-yard line. So Riverton football with 4:15 to play in this first half. Go ahead and zoom out again. There you go, about there, about there. Be easier to follow the ball. All right, so Riverton football as they come out. Looking to get something going here in the first half is junior quarterback Nathan Hutchison. And they'll look at their armbands and get ready to roll. Hutchison under center. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. And nowhere to go for Nathan Hutchison as gobbling him up on the play is going to be Jimmy Dees, the sophomore defensive lineman for Powell. So loss of 2 yards for Nathan Hutchison. Second and 11 for Riverton with 3:48 and counting to go here. Apparently the band gets to play whenever they want here. There's Hutch. He'll hand it off to Kai Gergen. Gergen will break free, but after the whistle, and he'll gain a yard.
Gergen up the middle for a short gain.
So Gergen now with 10 carries for 36 yards. Riverton in the first half, 99 yards of total offense. And on the other side, 161 unofficially for Powell. 3rd and 10 at the 16-yard line. Hutchison under center, 3 receivers in the set. He'll fade to pass. He'll throw it long. Lucas Engel was there, but the pass goes past Engel by about 2 yards. It'll be 4th and 10. Flag on the play. I believe it's going to be holding on Riverton. And that penalty will be wiped off. And Riverton will be forced to punt with 2:55 to play in this first half. 28-0 ball game. Today's scoreboard. We'll be back at the half as you can see the ads rolling here in the stream, and we'd like to play all the ads, and we'll get it figured out at halftime. Get a timeout for Riverton with 2:55 to go. We'll keep it here. Individually in this first half, Hutchison has attempted 14 passes. He's completed 5 of 14 passes for 61 yards and an interception. Leading ground rusher in this game for Riverton is Kai Gergen. He's got 10 carries for 36 yards. On the other side, Jet Schwann, 3 for 7 passing for 36 yards. Reed Smith, 10 carries for 52 yards and a pair of touchdowns. And Torrin Graham with 3 carries for 50 yards and a touchdown. Those are your short stat look, Jason. And, it's Riverton team. Well, they'll have a lot to learn coming out of this game as they get number 2 Cody next week.
They do. Cody's a pretty good. Cody's, I think, just like Powell. I think they're a pretty good, well-put team.
So we'll get Tanner Johnson out in punt formation. Zach Ratcliffe will be back for the Powell Panthers. Johnson's last punt was a 52-yard punt, and he'll get the snap. And another nice punt. It'll be received on the 37-yard line. Radcliffe will run right. Dominic Payne had the tackle, and we're going to get a penalty on Powell, but Radcliffe will take it all the way down to the 25-yard line. 2:42 to play in this first half, and we'll see what the penalty is. Chase Kistler, nothing fancy out of this Powell group. They've ran it off tackle all night long on Riverton. Referees sorting out the hankies. There's 3 on the ground with 2:42 to play in this first half. Referees talking things over. 28-0 ball game. And now we'll get a face mask on Powell. A face mask on Riverton. They will offset each other. And do we start with the ball on the 25-yard line? Or do we re-punt? I think we're going to re-punt.
I think so.
So Johnson will be back out. He'll line up on the 16-yard line. He launched that last punt 44 yards down to the Powell 42. And now he will line up and punt it away again. Just good practice on special teams against a real opponent. Here's Johnson. He'll drop the snap and then he'll launch a line drive, which is taken in by Ratcliffe, and then Ratcliffe's going to be tripped up on the play, and that tackle for Riverton going to be by Braden Motisi, a junior, 5'10", 150-pounder. So that punt 44 yards for Tanner Johnson. Johnson now 4 punts for an average of 36 yards. And it will be Powell football, 1st and 10 at Riverton's 38. 2:32 to play in this first half. 28-0 ball game. Jet Schwann in the pistol. Receiver in motion. He'll get the ball. And running right side and being strung out in a decent defense that time as stopping him and making him do things. Kai Gergen, Motisi, and then finishing it up, Braden Vincent. Also Watson in on the tackle. And it'll be a gain of 5 yards on the play for Reed Smith. Reed Smith now 11 carries for 58 yards in this first half. Schwann in the pistol, and beside him, the senior fullback, Torrin Graham. And we're going to get a whistle and a delay of game from the backside on the Powell Panthers. So that'll move him back 5 yards.
Delay of game, Powell.
5 penalties now on Powell for 50 yards. And the ball now will be at Riverton's 39. Second and 11 for Powell. 1:37 to go before we have our halftime show. Schwann back out in the pistol. Graham off his right shoulder. 4 receivers in the set. Schwann fakes, pass across the middle. It'll be complete. And breaking away from the Riverton defense. And then fumbled and picked up by Riverton is Cade Gabrielson. And back the other way is Gabrielson. And he'll go out to about the 19-yard line. So Cade Gabrielson recovers the fumble on the play. It was a complete pass to Zach Radcliffe. And it went down to the 3-yard line.
Riverton really needed that play, Cody.
And we've got more penalties out, as that was a 35-yard run or 35-yard pass play. Have they indicated the penalty yet? It's going to go on Riverton. So that'll stay offensively with Powell. They'll wipe that one off. Actually, they'll take the play. So Powell will keep possession on the play as Riverton coach out asking questions. They're going to say holding on the play. And the ball's going to be placed where? I'm not sure they've got a spot for it yet. Officials talking things over. It is their first game of the season too. The looks like it'll be Riverton's football. They recovered the fumble. And now Riverton's going to get the ball, looks like on their 1-yard line, right where it recovered the football. So Riverton going to get the ball on the penalty and the turnover. And so now Riverton 99 yards away with 1:23 to play first half. There's a pair of holding calls on that play. So Hutchison under center, 4 receivers. They'll pass it. And a big hit in the air is going up, trying to catch that one. I believe Tanner Johnson. Pass was intended for Gabrielson, and it goes incomplete. So 2nd and 10 for Riverton, 1:21 to play in the first half. 4 receiver set, two on each side, and 1 running back behind Hutchison, and he'll be tackled in the end zone, and he got out, but not by much. Maybe the 6-inch line as the Riverton defense made it through. They call it a safety. So a safety as Gergen got the ball and lost 2 yards, and it'll be a safety. And now it's 30-0. So safety by the Powell defense, and it's 30-0 Powell. With 1:02 to play, and Powell will get the ball back after the free kick by Riverton. So 1:02 to play in this first half. It's been all Powell all the way here. As Riverton
has this first half.
Riverton completed its first 3 passes of the game, and then its 5th pass, and since then only 1 pass completion in 10 attempts for Nathan Hutchison, as Powell's turned on the pressure, and Riverton, well, they've not responded to that pressure. So we'll get a free kick from, I believe it's the 20-yard line. as Riverton will punt it toward Riverton, or toward Powell. Beautiful evening for football. Late August, not the start that the Wolverines wanted in this contest. So Riverton out for the free kick. And Tanner Johnson, well, he'll boot it in his position as a kicker from the 20-yard line. Don't see many safeties in Wyoming high school football. It's the official season opener next week. Riverton Powell decided to play a real game tonight.
Yeah, Powell come out. They're putting on their A game tonight.
Nothing fancy or flashy. They just beat you at the line of scrimmage. There's Johnson. Kick from the 20. He'll go over kid's head and out of bounds, and what a kickoff for Tanner Johnson. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Powell from the 20. Back at the other 20, Jason.
Wrong 20.
All right. So 1st and 10 from the 20, 1:02 to play. And we'll see how serious Powell is about scoring more points here before halftime. Schwann out giving instructions. This Jet Schwann plays catcher on the Powell American Legion baseball team. He'll come to the line in the pistol. Off his right shoulder is Landon Brazelton. And 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Raiders. Schwann throws it right side. It'll be complete. And then running in space all the way out past the 35-yard line is Sam Whitlock. It'll be a 16-yard gain on that pass. So
1st and 10 Powell from the 36.
Whitlock now 3 catches for 40 yards. 43 seconds and counting. Same set. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Schwann in the gun. And he'll fade to pass. It's going to be a screen and a nice tip on the play by Riverton's Chris Topalm. That would have been a big gain, but so 2nd and 10 at the 36 for Powell with 31.1 seconds to go in this first half. 30-0 ball game. Friday Night Lights. Is the lights now on? Beautiful August night.
Couldn't ask for better football weather, Cody.
Schwann in the gun. And in motion is Smith to the right side. He'll be out, and they'll pass it complete to Whitlock. And he'll fight his way for another first down. It'll be a gain of 11 yards. Tackle on the play by Motisi. Schwann now 5 for 5 on his last 5 attempts. 6 for 10 passing. And Schwann back out in the gun. 4 receivers set. He'll throw it left side. And tackling on the play is going to be Lewis Engel after a gain of 4 yards. And that'll do it here in the first half. So 30-0 ball game. And we've got the halftime score coming up. We'll take a break. This is Wolverine football on KTAK.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, it makes sense to choose an insurance agent who lives in Fremont County. Your local Allstate agent, Bill Brown, knows the ins and outs of both owning and protecting your home. Call Bill today for a free quote at 856-6573.
Bailey's Enterprises is a proud sponsor of Riverton Wolverines football. For over 50 years, Bailey's has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service and to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey, go Wolverines.
Brown Sugar Coffee Roastery is proud to sponsor youth sports for the best in fresh roasted coffee, breakfast, lunch, and dinner on the weekends. You'll enjoy the best locally sourced food at Brown Sugar Coffee, 203 Main Street in Riverton.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, it makes sense to choose an insurance agent who lives in Fremont County. Your local Allstate agent, Bill Brown, knows the ins and outs of both owning and protecting your home. Call Bill today for a free quote at 856-6573.
Bailey's Enterprises is a proud sponsor of Riverton Wolverines football. For over 50 years, Bailey's has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service and to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey, go Wolverines.
Brown Sugar Coffee Roastery is proud to sponsor youth sports for the best in fresh roasted coffee, breakfast, lunch, and dinner on the weekends. You'll enjoy the best locally sourced food at Brown Sugar Coffee, 203 Main Street in Riverton.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
In any sport.
Welcome back. Wolverine Field, Cody Beers here. And Jason, what would you see?
I think both teams are playing good football tonight, Cody. I mean, it's a 30-0 ball game, but I think that first quarter turnover really hurt the Wolverines, and then I think ever since then they've just kind of lost confidence in themselves.
Yeah, I think you're right. Plus Powell, he started getting a pretty good pass rush on Riverton's through Riverton's line, and Nathan has not handled the pressure as well as, but he's been on the run in his defense. Individually stats, we'll go over team stats first. I've got Riverton for 61 yards rush, 36 yards rushing and 61 yards through the air. There was that big interception by Carson Lamb of Powell, which was returned 56 yards in the first quarter right away, and then Reed Smith for Powell was able to score on a 32-yard run. Speaking of the devil, I was just talking about this Lamb kid and how slow he was returning that interception. But anyway, Lyle Lamb, co-worker during the day and proud dad of that kid who made the interception. There he steps in and punches me in the arm. But Carson Lamb really got it going, as unfortunately for Hutchison, I'm not sure what he saw, but he threw it right into the hands of the defensive lineman, Carson Lamb, and he would rumble 56 yards, where then the next play at the 10:39 mark of the first quarter, Smith would score on a 2-yard touchdown run. Jet Schwan would kick the PAT. It was 7-0. Johnson then would get his punt partially blocked for Riverton on the play. It was Tanner Johnson getting his punt partially blocked, and then Powell would get the ball back at the Riverton 13-yard line after a possession, and then it would be Reed Smith again on a 4-yard run at the 8:57 mark. Quickly, not even 4 minutes into this game, Jason, it was 14-0 after Schwann's PAT. So, and then Powell would score 2 more times in the second quarter, first on a 32-yard Torn Graham run. Schwann PAT made it 21-0, and then Reed Smith scored from 5 yards with 4:20 to play to make it 28-0, and then a safety on the Wolverines with 1:02 to play in the first half made the halftime score 30-0, and just a lot of things didn't go Riverton's way. Wolverines probably playing a little more tentative, I think, in this game. Powell with the big hits. The breaks not going Riverton's way. Both teams penalized quite a bit in that first half. 5 penalties each way. 5 penalties on Riverton for 35 yards and 5 penalties on Powell for 50 yards. Riverton would punt 4 times and average 36 yards a punt. Powell punted once for 23 yards. Jet Schwan in the first half had 102 yards passing through the air. He was 7 of 11. He had 6 straight completions to end that first half. 7 of 11 for 102 yards. Reed Smith with 11 carries for 58 yards and those 2 touchdowns. Torn Graham with 3 carries for 50 yards and that touchdown. And then Ratcliffe had a 35-yard run. Brazelton had a 15-yard run, and Sam Whitlock with an 8-yard run for the Powell Panthers. Leading receiver for Powell was Sam Whitlock. He had 4 catches for 51 yards in the first half. For the Wolverines, in the first half, 61 yards passing for Nathan Hutchison. He completed 6 passes out of 15 attempts. He was 6 of 15 for 61 yards. Nathan Hutchison carried the ball twice for no gain. Dominic Payne had 1 carry for 2 yards, and then Kai Gergen off the bench, 11 carries for 34 yards. Unofficially, Riverton with 97 yards of offense in the first half, and on the other side, 268 yards offense for the Powell Panthers. So that is the tale of the tape here in the first half. 30-0 ball game. Jason Peterson, Cody Bears will be back after a break on Wow Today Media.
sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Lehman Studios is a proud supporter of Fremont County Athletics. Lehman Studios offers sports cards, mugs, statuettes, plus several photo package options. Visit us today at 210 West Main in Riverton. Lehman Studios, 856-3941.
The Maven B2, a unique optic for those who demand superior low-light performance. The B2 features an abaconic prism and an ocular-filled flattener specifically designed to handle dimly lit situations. Paired with extra low dispersion ED glass and fully multi-coated lenses, this premium optic produces clear, bright, and tack-sharp images. Experience the full-size B2 7x45, 9x45, and 11x45 binocular and discover what you've been missing.
Hey, Bob, you get a physical every year?
Yeah, why?
Sounds like your garage door could use one. How long has it been?
If your garage door is making rude noises, it's time for a garage door tune-up. Hi, this is Chuck Parmley with Overhead Door Company of Riverton Lander.
Get your residential garage door tuned up in August. Our certified technicians will lubricate your rollers, springs, bearings, and perform diagnostic tests for your opener, wall mounts, and remotes. Inspect your lift cables, test your garage door's balance, and weather seals. All for only $79 during the month of August. An overhead garage door tune-up will extend the garage door's lifespan, keep your garage door and openers safely operating, and most importantly, help you avoid costly repairs. Schedule your garage door tune-up today by calling 856-DOOR or visit us on the web at overheaddoorriverton.com or come to our showroom at 600 East Main in Riverton. Get your garage door tune-up scheduled today for a worry-free winter tomorrow.
Porter's Mountain View Supply is proud to support local high school sports teams for home heating, outdoor grilling, and barbecue, along with the best in spas and hot tubs. See Porter's Mountain View Supply, your locally owned dealer, for top brands like Hearthstone, Quadrifire, and Blaze King stoves, Weber, Big Green Egg, and Green Mountain grills, Free Flow and Sundance spas, along with service after the sale. Call Porter's Mountain View Supply in Riverton at 856-6993. Porter's.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Welcome back, Wolverine Field. Cody Beers, Jason Peterson. And, well, Jason, you go in at the half, you get down early, things kind of compound against you, and what do you think the coaches talked about at the half?
Well, I think some of it, Cody, was like maybe ball control. You know, I think, like I said earlier, I think that first play in the first quarter really hurt them. And then I think after that interception, I think they lost their confidence a little bit. So I think ball control is a good important thing in the second half.
That interception by Powell's Carson Lamb went for 56 yards. Riverton had been on the move. They had brought it out to midfield on 3 straight passes by junior quarterback Nathan Hutchison. And then, unfortunately, Lamb intercepted that ball, returned it 56 yards. Reed Smith scored on the next play from 2 yards. Minute and 20 seconds in, and then barely 3 minutes in, Smith scored again after a partially blocked punt. It was 14-0, 3 minutes into this game, and it just seemed like after that, Riverton struggled. You're right. I mean, psychologically, you could see the slump in their shoulders, and so it'll be interesting to see if the Wolverines can come out and show some life in the second half, because it's not going to get any easier. They got Cody in the Bronx coming in here next week. So a minute and a half to go. We'll take a break. We'll be back for the second half kickoff. This is Wolverine football on WYO Today Media.
Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Welcome back, Riverton Wolverines, and welcome back, high school football fans. After a long summer, it's great to be back to Fremont County sports. Hi, I'm John with Teton Therapy. At Teton Therapy, getting you back out there is what we're all about. We treat everything from back and shoulder pain to brain injuries and strokes, and we get you back to living pain-free. Live your life without pain. Go to TetonTherapyPC.com to book your free consultation today.
And we do appreciate all the sponsors of Wolverine football. That was Teton Therapy, also Wind River Family and Community Health, Buckle Up for Life Wyoming, Wyoming 4x4, Atlantic City Federal Credit Union, Bailey Enterprises, Community Health Centers, Central Wyoming College, Edward Jones, that's John Shade in Lander, Fremont County Prevention, Gales Carpet 1 in Riverton, High Plains Power, Lander Medical Clinic, Mama's Kitchen, Maven Outdoors, Papa Murphy's, and you just heard their Sutherland's. So the Riverton Wolverines will kick things off to start the second half. 30-0 here on the WYO Today scoreboard. And Powell will get the ball. So this defensive position will be big for Riverton, Jason Peterson, as we come out here in the second half. You know, you got to look your guys in the face and say, guys, it's time to play football. We need to give it our all here against a very good Powell Panthers team, and at least make them know they were in a football game.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it is week 0, you know, but, you know, like we were talking at halftime, you know, what you can, you know what you got to work on, know what you got to, you know, and get ready for that week 1 game against Cody next week.
So Tanner Johnson will tee it up. And he'll kick it deep towards Zach Ratcliffe. Also in the end zone, he'll receive it there, and it'll be downed after a nice kickoff with Sam Whitlock. So Powell football at the 20-yard line as we open the second half of play. And so far, it's mano a mano. Starters going the whole way for both teams. Let's see how long Powell does it. Probably 3 quarters. Powell will open up their season next week officially against the Whirlwind Warriors, a Bighorn Basin rival. So Schwann, he'll come out in the pistol, and off his right shoulder is Brazelton. 4 receivers in the set, and Smith in motion. He'll give it to the big man up the middle. That's Whitlock, and Whitlock basically rumbled and stumbled his way out, broke about 4 tackles, and goes all the way to the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 26 for the big man. Torrin Graham, 26-yard run, and Wolverines, well, they need to work on tackling, I'd say, this coming week in practice. Got to hit big guys low to bring them down. So 30 seconds in and already 26 yards down the field on just a nifty little run for Torrin Graham. He's now got 4 carries for 76 yards. Schwann fakes, throws it deep, wide open on the play, and he's going to go all the way for a touchdown. That'll be 54 yards from Jet Schwann to Zach Ratcliffe for a touchdown. 54 yards, and Zach Ratcliffe with that catch. So at the 11:10 mark of this third quarter, 54-yard touchdown pass for the Powell Panthers. Schwann's kick is good.
Extra point, good.
So nothing fancy, and we'll take a break on Wow Today Media.
Farm Agent. I'm a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics and all of our student athletes here in Fremont County. Youth sports are a great way to build future skills that help our kids succeed in life. Teamwork, leadership, time management, and how to perform under pressure can all be learned on the field and in the gym. Good luck to each and every one of the student athletes. Go Big Red!
Tyler Watson State Farm, 618 East Washington Avenue in Riverton. Call 856-4118 or visit insuringriverton.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, it makes sense to choose an insurance agent who lives in Fremont County. Your local Allstate agent, Bill Brown, knows the ins and outs of both owning and protecting your home. Call Bill today for a free quote at 856-6573.
Bailey's Enterprises is a proud sponsor.
Welcome back. 37-0 after that 54-yard TD pass. Jet Schwann hit Zach Ratcliffe in stride, and he outran the defense for the long touchdown run. Here's Schwann, he'll tee it up. So 50 seconds into the third quarter, and Powell with the long touchdown. Here's Schwann, he'll kick it off. He's got to be getting a little tired. Dominic Payne's going to have to fall on the ball at the 11-yard line after he dropped the kick and had to fall on it. So Riverton going to have 1st and 10 at about the 11-yard line. Actually, they're going to say, they move it clear out to the 13. So there you go. Riverton football. Nathan Hutchison back out under center. We'll get 2 wide receivers left, 2 wide receivers right for Hutch. Gergen behind him. There's the pass out, and they'll complete it, and off to the races goes the Riverton receiver, Ty Sheets. And nothing fancy there, just a little in cut, and Sheets broke the tackle, and it'll go for 50 yards. 49-yard pass play to Sheets. Quick hitter that time, and it worked.
That's the spark Riverton needed right there.
So for Sheets now, that's 2 catches for 68 yards. And Riverton quickly in Powell territory. Hutch under center, 2 receivers each side. Gergen behind him. Quick hitting pass, and then down he'll go on the sack. And the hit by Wyatt Blackmore, the sophomore defensive lineman. So it's going to be a loss of 4 on the play for Hutchison. Second and 14 now at the Wolverine 48. And Hutchison had to wait to see a receiver come open on the play, and he got drilled by the sophomore defensive lineman. He's back under center. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Handoff, draw to Kai Gergen. He'll be taken down quickly by Sheldon Shootman, the senior defensive lineman. And it'll be a gain of 1 yard on the play. So 3rd and 13 for Riverton. After that 49-yard completion to Ty Sheets, you'd like to see Hutchison have some more success here as the clock runs toward 9 minutes left in the third quarter. Hutch, he's under duress. He'll fade back. He's looking for somebody to throw it to, and nobody came open, and Hutch will be forced out at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 on the play. So 6 yards. And it'll be 4th and 20 now at the 43. So Riverton with the big completion. And then they go backwards on 3 plays. And they'll be forced to punt as Tanner Johnson back in the game. 37-0 here on a Friday night in August. Tanner Johnson gets the kickoff, and it's a high one. And then it's muffed on the play, and it'll go out of bounds to Powell. Big punt. Went from the 43 to the 26. So a punt of 31 yards for Tanner Johnson. That'll be now 5 punts for Tanner Johnson, averaging 34.8 yards, Jason, and he's been very active back there punting the ball.
Yeah, he has. He's got a good foot on him, that's for sure.
Johnson, the I formation behind him, Schwann. He'll hand off to the deep man, Reed Smith. And Smith will forge his way ahead for a 4-yard gain.
Up the middle for about 4.
12 carries now, 62 yards for Reed Smith. .56 and counting in the third quarter. Powell up 37-0 on the Wild Today scoreboard. Schwann, I formation, handoff, and a good tackle that time for Riverton.
Smith brought down by Parker DeVries.
Parker DeVries on that tackle.
No gain.
And that's actually going to go for no gain.
3rd and 5 for the Panthers.
Third down, 5 yards to go for Powell at their own 31. Riverton, well, they could use a stop. Schwann under center, I formation, pitch to Smith. He'll go left side. He'll be wrapped up, and the Riverton Wolverine defense will hold him to a short gain. And again, DeVries on that initial hit for Riverton. Braden Vincent in on that tackle, and it'll be a gain of 2 yards.
Riverton's playing pretty good defense to start the third quarter.
Powell being conservative after that long pass. And now back to punt is Torn Graham, I believe. Powell will run a guy on late, and it'll be a penalty as Graham's punt going to hit at the 35, and coming up and making that catch and then getting drilled is Ty Sheets, but Sheets came up, made sure the ball wasn't going to go very far, and that punt 34 to the 40, a 26-yard punt. The legal shift going to go on Powell as they tried to run that player on the field. It'll be declined, and Riverton will take the ball after that 26-yard punt. Riverton, again, good field position. They'll have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 44. 6:12 to play in the third quarter. 37-0 ball game here as Hutch comes up under center. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Lucas Engel on the split, and we'll get a end around play to tie Sheets, and that does not work. And it'll be a loss of 3 yards.
I think Powell had that one read all the way, Cody.
Boy, they did. That's a play that Riverton likes to run.
Yeah.
And that'll lose 3 yards. Riverton now with these losses, 24 total yards rushing in the game. Hutchison steps up under center, 2nd and 13 for the Wolverines. Hutch will fade to pass. He'll be hit hard, and coming unabated to the quarterback that time was Wyatt Blackmore. Hutch never saw him, and when he did, he was going to the turf, and now Hutch is like, where's the blocking, guys? And that was a loss of 7 on the play on that sack. That's the 2nd tackle for loss for Blackmore in this contest. So the Wolverines going backwards on this possession. They started at the 43. I'm sorry, at the 44. And now it's 3rd and 21 at the 33. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Hutchison will try to go left. He'll throw it out after he's getting run at, and the pass will fall incomplete, that time intended for Braden Motisi.
4th down.
4th down for the Wolverines. That was pass attempt number 18 for Nathan Hutchison. And now Tanner Johnson back on for his 6th punt. 37-0 ball game. Powell Panthers putting it on the Wolverines. Johnson receives the snap. It'll be blocked. And that block is going to go on Jaidi Hiram. It'll be Powell football on the block kick. So Hiram Jaidi with the block punt. And it'll be Powell football. 1st and 10 at the Riverton 33. 2nd blocked punt of the game for Powell.
Powell's defense is really taking a toll on Riverton.
Yeah, you can see the shoulder slumping going on out there, and just frustration on the Wolverines. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Schwann in the gun. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. He'll fade and throw it incomplete that time to Sam Whitlock. So Schwanny with 7 straight completions, and that one falls incomplete. That's pass attempt number 13 of the ball game for Powell. On the other side, they've ran the ball 21 times for 198 yards. Schwann back in the pistol. Graham off his right shoulder. 4 receivers in the set. Smith, and then back the other way to Graham. I'm sorry, that'll be Brazelton. And good hustle and good pursuit by Braden Vincent, who will make the tackle for the Wolverines. That'll be a gain of 2 for Sam Whitlock. I'm sorry, yeah, that was Brazelton on that run. Brazelton, 2 carries for 6 yards. Powell breaks the huddle. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Graham right beside Schwann. Smith now in motion. The ball will hit Smith in the shoulder, and we'll get a dead ball. Illegal shift, I believe, on the Powell Panthers, but that play just did not work for the Panthers. So that'll be penalty number 6 in the ball game. 6 penalties now in Powell for 55 yards.
From the Riverton 30.
Powell football, 3:34 to play in this third quarter. 3rd and 14 at the Riverton 37. Schwann in the gun. He'll hand to Smith. He'll go around the right end. We'll get holding behind the play, as you could see that one, as Sam Whitlock grabbed a hold of the back of Nathan Hutchison. Smith, he'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down, and now it looks like he's down possibly with a cramp as they try to stretch out his his left leg. So that'll go as a holding call on the Powell Panthers. And that'll back them up to the 45. Seven penalties now for 65 yards on the Powell Panthers. 3:19 to play, third quarter, 37-0 ball game. And, well, back to the drawing board on Monday, right, Coach?
Right.
We'll talk to Coach Troy Anderson after this one. Schwann up under center, I formation. Single receiver right, single receiver left. Schwann will fade to pass. He'll throw left side. It'll be caught at the 40-yard line by Zach Ratcliffe. And that'll be a gain of 5 on the play. Flag on the play. We'll see who that one's on. We've got the legal receiver downfield. It'll be declined, and that'll be 4th down on the Panthers. So 4th and 22 at the 41. Is that right? No, that's not right. It's about 4th and 17 at the 40-yard line. And we're going to get, coming into punt now, is Torrin Graham for Powell. So 2:58, and the Wolverine defense holds. And we'll see how Graham does on the punt. It'll be a high, short punt. It's going to come down about the 25-yard line. Graham's going to go down and touch it. And so Riverton will get good field position as it'll come down at the 27-yard line. So 13-yard punt on the play for Torrin Graham. So there's something for Powell to work on.
Be good to see if Riverton can take advantage of that good field position.
Yeah, Riverton with, again, decent field position. 1st and 10 at their own 29. 2:47 to play in the third quarter. Riverton starter still on the field. Nathan Hutchison will fade to pass. He'll throw it across the middle. Find Lucas Engel. He'll break a tackle, make his way out toward midfield. And Lucas Engel, you've got to figure out a way to get it in his hands. 21-yard gain and a first down. Lucas Engel now just 3 catches in the ball game for 35 yards. First down, Wolverines. Got a 6'6" all-state receiver. Got to make him touch the ball a bunch, Jason.
They needed that right there, Cody, to keep the momentum going.
1st and 10 at the 49. Hutch under center. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Hutchison brings it out to Sheets. He'll make a move and then be pulled down at the 47-yard line of Powell. That'll be a gain of 3 on the play. They'll say 4. Right now you got to pass the ball downfield if you can. 2nd and 6 for the Wolverines at the Powell 47. Powell starter still in the game. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Kai Gergen behind Hutchison. They'll bring it left side. Hutch, he's under duress. He'll go down, but good block, good hustle, downfield, and he'll make the catch to Tanner Johnson, I believe. It is. It'll go to Tanner Johnson from the 47 to the 22, gain of 25 yards. That was what we see glimpses of from Nathan Hutchison.
That's what the Wolverines needed.
1st and 10 now at Powell's 22-yard line. 1:25 to go in this third quarter. And they're moving the sticks slowly. You're watching the stream brought to you by a whole bunch of sponsors. We appreciate the support. There's going to be a holding call on Riverton as Hutch throws it deep and nearly hits Johnson in the end zone. But we're going to get a hold on the backside on the Wolverines, and I believe that time they got the right tackle, Nathan Mills, 6'1", 230-pound sophomore. And that's the, unfortunately, the temptation to protect your quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be a 10-yard penalty. And on the Wolverines, that's now 6 penalties for 45 yards. So that'll back Riverton up to their 37. And it'll be first down and about 25 at the 37. Hutchison steps under center. It was a loss of 17 yards. That is a spot foul. Hutch will go to the left side. He had a wide open receiver, unable to get it to that time, Cade Gabrielson. 22nd pass attempt of the game for Nathan Hutchison. Of 22 in the game for the junior quarterback. 153 yards. That interception at the start of the game. So 2nd and 25 at the 37. 2 receivers each side. Hutchison will fade to pass. He'll throw it long, and he's got him. Oh, and dropping the ball on the left side is Tanner Johnson. It was there.
He had it right through his arms.
Johnson had a step. Unfortunately, it's an incomplete pass, and now it's 3rd and 25 at the 37. Wolverines looking for a little bit of hope here as Johnson upset with himself over there on the left side. Wolverines, 3 receivers in the set. Lucas Engel lines up just off Hutchison's left shoulder, and Kai Gergen behind him. Hutch calling out signals. He'll fade to pass, and the big lineman's giving the chase, and we're going to get incomplete pass, and it was, they were looking for the call that time of Lucas Engel. So that pass incomplete, and it will be 3rd and 25 at the 37. Fourth down, excuse me, 4th and 25, and we'll see what kind of play Coach has in his playbook. Of course, after this game, we'll get Coach Troy Anderson up here, and we'll talk things over as we now headed in preparation for week 1 and the Cody Bronx. Hutchison fades to pass. He'll sprint around the right side, throw it deep. He's wide open, and a touchdown. Tanner Johnson coming all the way across the field 37 yards from Nathan Hutchison. We got a flag down right in front of the Riverton bench. We'll see if it holds up. 38.7 seconds to play here in the third. And the Wolverines are on the board.
If it stands, that's what
looks
they
like
really
it's
need.
coming back. And what's the call going to be? Wow. Well, they blow the cannon, but it goes for naught. As we've got a penalty. I'm not sure what that penalty is.
I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage.
Oh. Yeah, he might have been. Wow. Nathan Hutchison made things happen. And it's going to be a loss of down. It'll be first down for Powell. He was, they're going to say, over the line of scrimmage. And that'll take the touchdown off the scoreboard for Riverton. But that was great hustle by the Wolverines. And great job by Nathan Hutchison hanging in there long enough that he was able to complete that pass to Tanner Johnson.
Well executed
I'm not
and well
sure
played
what's
too.
going on now. They're going to say fourth down. At first they said it was a
turnover on downs, I
well,
think.
they said it was a loss of down on that penalty. We'll see here. And it is a loss of down, so it is going to be Powell football. It is week one for everyone, and 37-0 ball game. Unfortunately, that penalty takes a touchdown off the board, but great job staying in the play. It was Nathan Hutchison. Offensive line blocked that one. It was a solid play, and unfortunately, it results in a penalty.
Something definitely Riverton could have used.
So first and 10 for Powell, 38 seconds to play in this third quarter. 37-0 ball game. Schwann will hand it off to it wasn't Torrin Graham, it was number 48, Lannon Brazelton. And he'll rumble forward. The tackle on the play is going to go for Ryan Watson. Gain of 3 for Graham. So Graham now 5 carries, 64 yards in the game. Actually 5 carries, 79 yards. That'll do it in the third quarter. 37-0 ball game. The Powell Panthers will be back with the final quarter of play after a break on WYO Today Media.
Football. For over 50 years, Bailey's has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service and to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey, go Wolverines.
Brown Sugar Coffee Roastery is proud to sponsor youth sports for the best in fresh roasted coffee, breakfast, lunch, and dinner on the weekends. You'll enjoy the best locally sourced food at Brown Sugar Coffee, 203 Main Street in Riverton.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Welcome back. First play of the fourth quarter. It'll be Powell football. First and 10 at their own 45. Riverton's going to jump on that hard count by Jet Schwann. And, man, that's something to learn out of this one is watch the football.
Yeah.
On Riverton, that'll be the 8th penalty. 60 yards. Here's Schwann. He'll hand right side, and now we've got a new running back in the game for the Panthers. It'll be Bradish Case. So Case with the carry. And he'll get the first down. So a gain of 3 yards for Case. Braden Vincent on that tackle. First down, Powell. First and 10. Schwann still in the ball game. Receiver each side for Powell. They'll hand to Brazelton and then back behind him to Case, and he'll run 9 yards. 9-yard gain now for Bradish Case. Case Bradish, excuse me. Second down at the Riverton 37. It'll be 2nd and 1, and this is a good change of pace back for Powell. He's got speed. Schwann will move his receiver on the left side out, and he'll give it again to Case, or Bradish. And Bradish will get met at the 35-yard line by the Wolverines. Bradish will be tackled on the play by Derek DeVries, the sophomore defensive back. Bradish will gain 2 yards and a first down. Unofficially, Powell, 215 yards rushing, 161 through the air, 376 yards. Schwann, inside handoff. Wolverines wrap up, and they'll wrestle down the fullback on the play. And that'll be Landon Brazelton on the tackle after gain of 1.
You know, one thing I see about Riverton, Cody, is they're not giving up. You know, they might be down, but they're not giving up. They're playing their hearts out. They're trying to come back strong.
This Wolverine team, young, got about 7 seniors on the squad. Schwann under center. He'll hand the ball to Bradish. Bradish around the right side. He'll be wrestled down on the play. Good gang tackle for the Wolverines. Tackle on the play by Vincent. Also in on the play, Chris Topalm. And Bradish will gain 3 yards. For Bradish now 4 carries for 17 yards. 9 minutes and counting in this one. So we'll have our Click It or Ticket post-game show coming up. Schwann pitches left side to Bradish. And a big hit coming from the left side. And that's, I believe, Braden Vincent. Big tackle there for Braden Vincent. That's what you expect out of the junior. 6'1", 205-pound junior, Braden Vincent. We'll get change of pace here. 4th and 7 at the 31. They're going to try a field goal. Jet Schwann going to line up for a 47-yard field goal with 8:13 to go. He'll line it up. Kick is down, and it's going to be short and to the left side. So it'll be Riverton football at the 8:07 mark. So Riverton holds on defense, and they'll get the ball back. First and 10 for the Riverton Wolverines at their own 20. In high school football, that's what happens. The ball goes back to the 20. So Riverton 80 yards away from maybe taking the goose egg off the scoreboard. And back in the play at offensive line, Chris Topalm. Also Braden Vincent back in. Riverton football. And Riverton going to have to take a timeout as they weren't ready. So timeout, we'll go with it. This is Wolverine football on Wow Today Media.
College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Welcome back, Wolverine Field. Jason Peterson, Cody Beers here. And it'll be Riverton football with 8:07 to play. Nathan Hutchison under center. 37-0. Hutch over the middle, and Lucas Engel will drop the football. He was open, and breaking up that pass is Zach Radcliffe, senior defensive back. Quick pass, and that's one of them things. If Engel's open, he might run to the house.
Pass control is a big key.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
2nd and 10. At the 20 for Riverton. 8:03 to play. Hutchison back to pass. He'll throw deep over the middle. He'll catch Johnson in full stride. He's gone. 80 yards to the house. Tanner Johnson, touchdown, Riverton. That was going to happen at some point, and right there, Nathan Hutchison found a streaking Tanner Johnson for the 80-yard score. And Riverton removes the goose egg. Tanner Johnson now piling up his stats after that catch. He's got 3 catches for 118 yards. Wolverines score, and it's 37-6.
That right there is what they needed to get the spark going.
Well, eventually, somebody's going to come open like that.
Yep.
And we'll get Johnson now for the PAT. So 7:51 to play. And Johnson lines up for the PAT. It's good. We'll go with it. Wolverines on the board. First time this year. It's 37-7 Powell on Wild Today Media.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
Welcome back, Wolverine Field. Riverton gets on the board with 7:51 to play. An 80-yard touchdown pass from Nathan Hutchison to Tanner Johnson. Johnson's PAT. Now Johnson kicks it off. And picking it up and running it out is Powell. And stumbling down to the ground, falling about the 29, is Sam Whitlock, the senior tight end and linebacker for this Powell team. So Riverton, well, you need a stop here, Jason.
Yeah, we do.
On defense.
Yep.
You can see a little snap in the step for Riverton now as Johnson heads toward the sidelines. This is
a little bit of momentum going their way.
A bit tired, but Hutch meets Johnson, and Riverton with its first touchdown of the season. Powell football, 1st and 10 at the 31. And we've got a new quarterback out there for Powell. It'll be Nathan Feller, a junior for this Powell Panthers team. He'll line up under center, I formation, and left side, Bradish on the run, and he'll run out almost for a 10-yard gain and a first down. Looks like it'll be about 9 yards for Bradish. .228 yards rushing now for the Powell Panthers. That's a big night on the ground. 7:33 to play and running. Under center, Nathan Feller. Feller hands right side to Bradish, big hole, and a first down run clear up to near midfield. A 9-yard gain for Case Bradish. 2 straight 9-yard gains for Bradish. He's now got 6 carries for 35 yards. This Powell team, they just keep running and running and running right in your face.
They're a running team.
2nd down and 1 at midfield. 6:49 to go. Bradish, left side, he'll be stacked up, but he'll still fight his way for a first down. That'll go for 4 yards. Case Bradish. First down. Tackle on the play by Saltzgaber of Riverton. Branson Saltzgaber, a 5'7", 150-pound linebacker. Starting to see some substitutes for Riverton, and this is when you want to develop that depth on your team. There's Feller under center, receiver each side, I formation. He'll drop the ball, and we'll see if Riverton can get on it. And I believe he'll recover his own fumble as Feller upset with himself. He'll head over to coach for the next call. So that'll be a loss of 1 for this team. Second and 11 as Feller brings his team to the line. 5:40 and counting in this one. It was week 0, but these teams played it for real. That should help both teams moving down the road. Here's Feller. He'll come out right to pass. He'll be hit. And a nice pass and nearly catching it on the play was Brazelton. So incomplete pass.
Yeah, both of these teams are playing remarkable well.
Third and 11 now for the Powell Panthers. 5:26 and counting. 37-7 ball game. We're 2 hours and 20 minutes into this one. Feller, big rush for Riverton. Bradish down the right side, big hole, and he'll run, I believe, for about a first down. No, it'll just be just short, yard short. So that'll be a 12-yard run for Case Bradish. 4th and a 1 now for Powell, and this is a good test for the Wolverine defense. 450 and running. I'm guessing it'll be Brazelton up the middle. Feller to Brazelton. He'll be stacked, but he'll make his way forward. 3-yard gain. First down, Powell. First down at the 35 as Powell continues to move the football. 4:30 and counting, and starting to smell some smoke here. Smells like fireworks smoke. Probably from the cannon over across the way.
Cannon, yeah.
Cannon got to fire for its second time. First time was a false alarm as he got called back on that touchdown. Here's Bradish left side. He'll be tackled for a short gain of about 4 yards. Tackle for Riverton. Going to go to Kai Gergen. Wolverines getting a steady dose of Keith Bradish. Now 10 carries for 53 yards. 3:45 to go. We'll have the Click It or Ticket post-game show. We'll talk to head coach Troy Anderson in the post-game. We'll go over stats, and we'll look ahead to the Cody Bronx. 37-7 ball game. Here's Feller under center. He'll hand to Bradish. And Bradish will fight his way for about 3 yards on the play. Tackle. Going to go to number 72, Xavier Garcia.
Tackle by Garcia.
Three minutes to play. Third down, 4 yards to go. Sam Whitlock was leaving the game, and he turns around, comes back in. Now he's not sure where to set up. And then he'll wave teammate Hiram Jide out of the lineup. Feller right in the middle to Whitlock, and it'll be a first down as Whitlock. 9-yard gain for Sam Whitlock. Powell first down now as they heading toward 300 yards rushing in this game. Whitlock's second carry of the ball game. First and 10 at the 20-yard line of Riverton. 2:20 and counting. Feller under center. He'll go around the right side, and he's got blockers in front all the way down to about the 9-yard line, and out of bounds is Nathan Feller. Another first down for Powell after that 11-yard run. First and goal at the 9. After Feller runs out of bounds, the clock stops, and frankly, I wish it was still running. Feller, nice drive put together by this second team offense for Powell. There's a pitch, Feller to Bradish. He'll make his way inside, missed tackle, and Bradish all the way to the 5. That'll be a game of 4 for Case Bradish. Bradish now 12 carries, 60 yards, and about 8 of those on this drive. Very methodical, clock-eating drive after Riverton scored its lone touchdown of this contest. Appreciate y'all sticking in with us here on 0 Week. We're learning as we're going in this one. Feller under center. Riverton might have jumped offside, but did not. Here's Feller toward the goal line. He'll fumble into the end zone, and I believe it might be covered by Riverton. We'll see. There was a scrum, and they're fighting over it. And is it going to be? That is Riverton football. And the ball was fumbled into the end zone by Nathan Feller and recovered by the Wolverines for a touchback. 1:16 to go, and the Wolverine defense forces another turnover. We'll go with it. We'll be back.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County School Athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Lehman Studios is a proud supporter of Fremont County Athletics. Lehman Studios offers sports cards, mugs, statuettes, plus several photo package options. Visit us today at 210 West Main in Riverton. Lehman Studios, 856-3941.
The Maven B2, a unique optic for those who demand superior low-light performance. The B2 features an abaconic prism and an ocular-filled flattener specifically designed to handle dimly lit situations. Paired with extra low dispersion ED glass and fully multi-coated lenses, this premium optic produces clear, bright, and tack-sharp images. Experience the full-size B2 7x45, 9x45, and 11x45 binocular and discover what you've been missing.
Hey, Bob, you get a physical every year?
Yeah, why?
We'll bring it back here, Jason, and Riverton with the turnover as we're almost to a minute to play, and then we'll get timeout called. And Riverton, well, we're going to see a new quarterback, I believe, for the Wolverines, and we'll see who it is. It's going to be number 1. Derek DeVries going to line up back there. DeVries, really good young baseball player for the Wolverines, so he'll get a few snaps here with 1:16 to play. DeVries will roll out right, pass it down, and complete to Ty Sheets. So from it's a 19-yard gain on the play. Derek DeVries.
Good completion on that play.
Ty Sheets with the 19-yard catch. So Sheets now with 4 catches for 91 yards. There's DeVries. He'll fade to pass. First down. And he'll throw it up for grabs. And Gabrielson unable to run underneath of the ball. Incomplete. 1:05 to play. 37-7 ball game here at Wolverine Field. Crowd, well, they pretty much stayed to watch the entire thing. Junior varsity game, I believe before this, it might have been a freshman game. It was a runaway win for the Powell Panthers before this one. So DeVries under center, receiver right, receiver left. Here's a end around play, and Sheets makes his way through traffic, and he'll gain 7 yards on the play. Ty Sheets. So second end around play of the game for Ty Sheets. First one he lost 3. This time he gained 7 yards. 44 seconds and counting in this one. We appreciate everyone joining us. We appreciate the sponsors here. And here's a fumble. And it's picked up by DeVries after he muffed the snap. So it'll be Riverton's ball, 26 seconds and counting, in 4th and 10 at the 44. So Riverton, they're going to run a play here, and why not? 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. DeVries back to pass. Younger brother of Damon DeVries. Now Derek takes off, and he'll be tackled at the Powell 49 with 7.1 seconds to play. So DeVries with actually that's a Wolverine first down. So 3-yard pass, that's going to do it. Game over. Final score, Powell 37, Riverton 7. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Click it or ticket post-game show coming up next.
Door could use one. How long has it been?
If your garage door is making rude noises, it's time for a garage door tune-up. Hi, this is Chuck Parmley with Overhead Door Company of Riverton Lander.
Get your residential garage door tuned up in August. Our certified technicians will lubricate your rollers, springs, bearings, and perform diagnostic tests for your opener, wall mounts, and remotes. Inspect your lift cables, test your garage door's balance, and weather seals. All for only $79 during the month of August. An overhead garage door tune-up will extend the garage door's lifespan, keep your garage door and openers safely operating, and most importantly, help you avoid costly repairs. Schedule your garage door tune-up today by calling 856-DOOR or visit us on the web at overheaddoorriverton.com or come to our showroom at 600 East Main in Riverton. Get your garage door tune-up scheduled today for a worry-free winter tomorrow.
Porter's Mountain View Supply is proud to support local high school sports teams for home heating, outdoor grilling, and barbecue, along with the best in spas and hot tubs. See Porter's Mountain View Supply, your locally owned dealer, for top brands like Hearthstone, Quadrifire, and Blaze King stoves, Weber, Big Green Egg, and Green Mountain grills, Free Flow and Sundance spas, along with service after the sale. Call Porter's Mountain View Supply in Riverton at 856-6993. Porter's.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Welcome back. Final score in this one, the Powell Panthers 37 and the Riverton Wolverines 7. Cody Beers, Jason Peterson, and Jason, it was just, some breaks early in this game did not go the Wolverines' way. They tended to, I think they got tentative after that interception and that touchdown. They were down quickly 14-0. And they kind of lost their will a little bit there.
They did.
In the first game of the year.
They did. Like we were talking after that first quarter turnover, I think they kind of lost their spark a little bit. And then towards the middle half of the third quarter and everything, they got that touchdown, and I think they got their spark back a little bit. But just wasn't enough to kind of do what they wanted to do, I think.
Right. Riverton would gain 233 yards through the air. Actually, I'm sorry, it's 251 yards through the air, 233 from Nathan Hutchison. Riverton would only rush for 34 yards in this one, and they would finish up with 267 yards of offense in the game. On the other side, the Powell Panthers had 161 yards through the air. Jet Schwann was 8 of 14 passing for 161 yards in that touchdown. But they really destroyed Riverton with 274 yards on the ground. A very strong running game by the Powell Panthers.
And I think, with this being week 0 game, I think they can, just got to, they can take this game and just look at the tape and just, see what they got to do and just see, for week 1 versus Cody and just come back strong.
Going to have to make some adjustments, no doubt about it, because the tackling all night long hurt the Wolverines. They had some missed tackles, and that led toward this loss. Stat-wise in this game, Hutchison goes 11 of 26, 233 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. As we get Troy Anderson joining us here, you'll have to give him your headset.
I tried to get up here as quick as I could.
Hey, you did well.
Okay.
You did well. We were just going through some stats, Coach.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't the start you wanted. I mean,
no, it
you know,
wasn't.
Powell gets that interception. You guys are moving the ball.
Yeah.
And that lineman steps in front of Nathan's pass, and you know, 3 minutes later, it's 14-0.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I told the boys, and I told some on the field when we started putting our reserves on. Like, I think the score's pretty much the same as it was last year. But from an outlook standpoint, it feels a lot different to me as far as, like, we started the game. We didn't just take it. I think we took a real big beating last year. It was 21-0 before you could blink an eye.
Sure.
But we put that ball down the field. I think there were 2 or 3 plays where the momentum and the self-doubt that we could create over there could have happened for us. And gosh, man, I told the guys at halftime, like, this crowd, when we walked off, they were still waiting for us to do something good. And when Tanner caught that ball, but if that, you know, if we could finish that drive, like, I think it changes everything.
Yeah, well, penalties, you had a touchdown down here. Penalty brought it back. And, you know, some good things happened. You know, it's fun to see Nathan Hutchison running around on the field, sometimes under a lot of duress.
Yeah. I mean, we just got a lot of young guys that cut their teeth tonight and found out what varsity football was all about. You know, and I think they'll be better next week. And the thing I left them with when I left the field is, like, we've just got to elevate. I mean, it was pretty prophetic, I guess, is that I'm in blue tonight, and he wasn't a close friend of mine, but a guy that we played against at Wesleyan passed away this week, and I was a scout guy against him, and I just use that message to share, scout guys just got to get after it, bash your head against somebody that's a monster like Chris Topalm for, everything you've got for every play of the week as a scout teamer, and that makes us better. So hopefully they'll take that to heart, and I want them to go home and start recovering tonight, and we'll get Cody next week at home.
Well, and one of the things you take out of this game is that when you hit a running back like Torrin Graham high or Reed Smith high, I mean, these are big bruising backs.
Yeah.
They're not going to go down on the first hit. You got to hit them low.
Grant, I saw him. I caught him when I missed him directly in line. I saw him because he doesn't have a clue who I am, but I saw him at Thermopylae. I swear he's gained 20 pounds since Thermopylae camp. He's an absolute monster. Holy cow. I mean, I'm like, gosh dang, is he 260 now?
Yeah, well, they're big and physical. Yeah. Cody brings a speed game more, so it'll be a change of pace next week. But Cody's a defending state champion. They're for real. This is a gauntlet to open the season.
I didn't realize it. I'm kind of a guy that likes to look at stuff, and it doesn't affect me. I'm not looking for it for a mental whatever's, but I didn't realize that over half the All-State players are back in 3A, and that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Some levels, right? I mean, we have our own, right?
Sure.
Our own couple guys, but still, we basically play 4A or 3A West schedule to start with, and then we go play our 3A East, So.
Well, I know you're going to be looking for ways next week to get the ball in the hands of Lucas Engel more.
Yeah, we tried. I mean, we tried tonight, and it was a conscientious effort to happen. And like you said, Hutch is running for his life, and so it just makes it really difficult. And honestly, Hutch is a hell of an athlete, but there's no discounting. It's his first game under center and all that. The mental burden, right? He's fully capable. I have no doubt about that. But it's a lot to digest. Straight one, and he's such a competitor. He wants to win so bad, and he carries that at heart. And he's got to. I think one of the things as he develops, he'll learn to unload some of that stuff that's happening that he doesn't feel great about, and get better.
So do you go home and you watch film tonight, or do you put it away for a day?
No, I guess my process is I'll go home tonight, I'll upload it. Hopefully, we got a new filmer, so who knows? Maybe we don't even have film.
We'll have some good film
assistant coaches would be happy about that because then their grading assignments would not be off. But I'll go home tonight. I'll upload the huddle, send it to assist so they can break it down. I'll start on it tomorrow morning. I grade all 5 offensive linemen and try to write them all a note on every play. So that takes me 3 or 4 hours, and then coach meeting on Sunday, and we'll be back in the grindstone.
All right, Cody Bronx coming up next Friday. It'll be the official season opener, even though this was a bruising battle out there tonight.
Yeah, like I told you when I talked earlier, I just wish everybody would get after this. I heard the CWC guys talking at the Froshmore game, and I just think it's awesome. Why would you want a scrimmage where you could do this?
Right, exactly.
So I guess my last words is the crowd here is always great. So if they come out again, I know they didn't get to see what they wanted out of us, but we're going to do our best to put out for them next week.
All right, Coach Troy Anderson, thanks for joining us here on the Pick It or Ticket postgame show. And, hey, better luck next week. All right, Coach Anderson, we were going over some some stats here in the post-game, Jason, and as we said, Nathan Hutchison, I just got done saying his stats, 11 of 26 passing, 233 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Derek DeVries got in late in the game. He was 1 for 1 for 19 yards. Jet Schwan on the other side, the young quarterback, 8 of 14 for 161 yards and a touchdown. Rushing-wise, Hutchison ends up with 4 carries for a minus 10 yards. Dominic Payne had 1 carry for 2 yards. Kai Gergen ends up with 12 carries for 35 yards. Ty Sheets with 2 carries for 4 yards, and Derek DeVries 1 carry for 3 yards. Lucas Engel, receiving wise, ends up 3 catches for 35 yards. Ty Sheets 4 catches for 91 yards. He looked pretty good for a young receiver out there tonight. And Tanner Johnson with that big 80-yard catch in the fourth quarter ends up with 3 catches for 118 yards and that 80-yard touchdown play. And then Dominic Payne with that, well, I put him in the wrong spot. Actually, Dominic Payne with 1 catch for 15 yards. On the other side, rushing-wise, Powell had those 161 yards through the air. They end up with 274 yards rushing in the game. It was a committee effort. Reed Smith, he's as good as advertised. 14 carries for 64 yards. Torrin Graham, he only carried the ball 5 times, but he ran it for 79 yards. Sam Whitlock, 2 carries for 17 yards. Brazelton ends up with 3 carries for 19 yards. Zach Ratcliffe in the game, 1 carry for 35 yards. Case Bradish comes off the bench in that final quarter and carries the rock 12 times for 60 yards. And then Nathan Feller, the backup quarterback, carries the ball 2 times for 14 yards. Ratcliffe ends up with 2 catches for 59 yards. Whitlock with 4 catches for 51 yards. And Brazelton 2 catches for 6 yards. It ends up total yards for Powell, 435 total yards. That's a dominating offensive performance tonight for the Powell Panthers. Final score in this one, Powell 37 and Riverton 7. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with our player of the game, brought to you by Papa Murphy's. This is Wolverine football on Bio Today Media.
Wolverines, and welcome back, high school football fans. After a long summer, it's great to be back to Fremont County sports. Hi, I'm John with Teton Therapy. At Teton Therapy, getting you back out there is what we're all about. We treat everything from back and shoulder pain to brain injuries and strokes, and we get you back to living pain-free. Live your life without pain. Go to TetonTherapyPC.com to book your free consultation today.
Hi, this is Tyler Watson, your local State Farm agent. I'm a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics and all of our student athletes here in Fremont County. Youth sports are a great way to build future skills that help our kids succeed in life. Teamwork, leadership, time management, and how to perform under pressure can all be learned on the field and in the gym. Good luck to each and every one of the student athletes. Go Big Red!
Tyler Watson State Farm, 618 East Washington Avenue in Riverton. Call 856-4118 or visit insuringriverton.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back. Final score in this one, 37-7. And Jason, who's our Papa Murphy's player of the game?
Well, I'm going to have to say
Tanner Johnson?
Tanner Johnson.
All right, the senior.
He come out and he gave it his all tonight, and I think he deserves player of the game tonight.
All right, Tanner Johnson. Johnson in this game ends up receiving-wise 3 catches, 118 yards. He had that 80-yard touchdown catch from Nathan Hutchison. Johnson also punts 5 times for an average of 35 yards per kick in the game. He had to go both ways. He's the entire kicking game for Riverton, too, and he had a couple touchbacks kicking the ball, too. So our Papa Murphy's player of the game, congratulations to Tanner Johnson, the senior wide receiver and kicker for the Riverton Wolverines. Well, Jason, what did you think about your first time out?
I really enjoyed it. I really did, and just being up here in the booth, and I mean, it's just a great opportunity, and I just want to thank you for, giving me this opportunity to do something like this.
Well, we'll get you more involved in the broadcast. This was kind of our practice run. We'll get together this week and we'll talk football a little bit, and we'll get you more involved. But thanks for being here, and I just want to say thanks to all the sponsors of Wolverine football and football across to Wild Today Media, including the Atlantic City Federal Credit Union, Bailey Enterprises, Community Health Centers, Central Wyoming College, Edward Jones and John Shade in Lander, Fremont County Prevention, Gales Carpet One, High Plains Power, Lander Medical Clinic, Mama's Kitchen, Maven Outdoors, Papa Murphy's Pizza, Sutherland's Teton Therapy, Wind River Family and Community Health, Buckle Up for Life Wyoming, and Wyoming 4x4. Thanks to everyone. And I also want to wish special thanks to our studio chief who really got things going and made all this thing happen this week. Special thanks to Rusty Wirtz down at the studio. She had a lot of things to deal with this week, and we appreciate her efforts always in bringing you the stories about sports and kids in our community on the Wild Today Media radio stations. So for Jason Peterson, I'm Cody Beers. Thanks to Kirk in the studios. Have yourself a wonderful Wyoming weekend. We'll see you next Friday as the Cody Broncs come into Wolverine Field, and the Wolverines will be looking to get the ship righted, Jason, as we head toward week one officially of the 2021 high school football season in Wyoming. Have a wonderful evening.
Try to get that 1-0 start.
You betcha.
Yep.
And we'll see you next week for more Wolverine football on Wild Today Media.